Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're gonna be sued, my guy. You're gonna be sued.
Hi, it's me again. I know I made a I made a few videos about this guy not so long ago. Yeah, I said he ended right.
Well, he's back and he's trying to beat the allegations.
This man desperately wants to go to prison, especially hell too. But in all seriousness, I'm just gonna let this out here with old information, new information, all still the same. Alright? So buckle up because this might be a long video.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Genaro Jackson, or also known as Diddy Life Studios, is a 24-year-old man who lives in Illinois' Chicago. He was the one who helped a man called Hooman Azarm, who was arrested in 2016 for grooming a kid. Groom another kid, basically. And he is also in possession of CP. He actually sent these images to a minor. Of course, he's also in full support of Tara Life Studios, his girlfriend, who she knows that he is a pedophile. And she is 28 years old, also lives in Chicago, and supports him all the way. And she says, oh, he's not a pedo.
What do you call someone who has CP? Answer me that. I've been asking you that and you don't answer.
Anyways, this man uses Christianity to, of course, try to debunk himself. And it's not working. It's making himself look worse. He's also very good friends with people like Stanley Bell, and is also in support of Brianna Seymour and Dolcewood, who are all pedophiles too. Actually, I did have an interaction with this man, so let's get to that one.
Okay, one thing I want to mention is that you said that you didn't know Amino until the stream the other day, but you were how long? The stream you did was like a few days ago, and you said also if you didn't know Amino until that day, then how do you know every single person that uses Amino? You cannot just go up to your friend and say, hey, Amino, even though you don't know about it. And also also another thing to mention that almost the people like Brianna Seymour for used Amino, and there's some other people who you've closely been involved with that used Amino. I forgot to get their names, but if they're close to them, he used Amino before. So you're so involved with Amino that to the point where, but you say you never used it. But how are you so involved if you never used it?
Because I never used it. I never downloaded it on my phone. Never once.
And then you said you could screen record your phone.
Yeah, because I figured that out months ago.
Okay, we'll get into that later. I want to read something on something that he just said again. Okay. He said, my client, Hooman, and I do not want to hear this manipulation games because this will be my last communication with you. Either this asshole, this whole thing drops and moves on and forget Hooman and delete everything about Hooman because I am going to make sure that this man doesn't get in front of my client, this man talking about Diddy, comfortably online. And this is going to stop today with Renan Jackson that is a Diddy is not allowed to be in contact with my client. Welcome, Diddy.
Now, can I say something real quick? So,
yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you what really happened to me. So, I'm going to explain as best I can. So, yes, I have known him for a long time, but I didn't know much about his stuff until later. So, I was like really like in a lot of misunderstandings in a lot of wrong circles back then. And, you know, yes, I do admit I had done some wrongs, but, you know, I just wanted to correct them. You know, some things you can't apologize for. I can understand that. But at the same time, I'm not really a pedo because I don't like creeps. I just don't. I just hate them in general because, like, by the fact that they do the stuff that they do to children, it's really disgusting. Really disgusting.
Okay, so if you knew him, so why the other day in a stream you said you never met him though?
I never said that. I don't recall saying that.
Chad is here. Did you ever listen? Can they confirm? Because I remember you saying.
Because I don't recall saying that. Because like, hear me out. Now, I don't recall saying that unless my stuff was lagging and it must have been taken out of context or something, because it does happen at times.
Hey, brother, look on Discord real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that because clearly it might have been a misunderstanding from that, or probably I said something that I wasn't really trying to say, probably. Because sometimes it'd be like that with me.
Okay, so we already got the PS4 thing covered, but what is this about here about the CP deletions? The CP, when you deleted a lot of things and you left some group chat on your stream after you found out the police were being contacted. And another thing, Hooman Azarm actually saying, yes, did he help me with the grooming? And he didn't deny it, but
he actually lied, because he actually lied to me about a lot of crap and tried to make it seem like I was helping him, but really that's not my intent. Because here's the thing, like, he basically tried to make it look like, oh, I was helping him, but really he was lying to me the entire time and under my nose on a lot of shit.
Do you still have his chat logs?
Because I can recall a lot of shit he's been doing. Because, not to mention, hold on, let me speak. Because I can recall him even admitting that he literally lied to me on some things too.
Was this all on chat or?
Was it on a chat?
Because I never was even around. I wasn't even in that chat.
So it was a chat though.
What's going on?
So
Can you
it was
confirm?
Hey!
Can you? What the?
Hold on, guys.
In the name of Jesus.
This is what I keep telling people. DD has a lot on his plate. Between helping his grandma, helping his cousin, and his aunt. Dealing with house problems and more. So if you hear something in the background or DD shouting, it's not directly at you.
No, it's okay. But
I want you to look in the private chat 88 real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
And I'm telling you the truth. I don't lie about this thing.
Question: have you had the same email for years?
No. Because my previous... Hold on. Okay, again, I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little snappy, but that's what happens when my brain gets a little frazzled. From the previous 2 smartphones I had different emails.
When was the last time you changed your smartphone? This smartphone?
I don't remember. Because this is my 3rd smartphone. Because the other 2 I had lasted for 2 years, and then the other one lasted 2 years and a half. And both of them actually broke on their own. Like, they were out on their last leg, and I wasn't able to do anything.
So, okay, do you recall when you got this phone, though?
No, I don't really remember.
If you got this phone during 2023 or before 2023, Amino saves the email you use. So, if you could screen record and download Amino, and you can put the email, if it has saved data, like community still in there, or a profile picture or any names, if it doesn't ask you for your birth date or anything, then you never had it. Then if you have communities, if you have some things saved on that account, then we can prove it. At least on that phone.
And here's the thing, 88. I never used Amino.
I know.
Never did.
Alright.
I'm only asking
You
if
said
you
that
can
multiple
download
times.
it. If you can download it and put your account to see if you're in some communities, then it means that you've used it. If you have nothing on that account, then you've never used it on that phone. Like you said, you used it.
Exactly, because 88, I've been trying to tell everyone the same stinking thing over and over.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
Yeah, I never used Amino, so I never had an account on Amino. Never did.
Okay.
In 2010, 88, in 2010, not going back in 2010. 2010, I never had any smartphones. The only phone I had when I turned 18 was a classic Verizon slide-up phone that didn't have any of those fancy bells and whistles and those fancy apps.
Who told you that you did it on 2010, by the way?
Okay, what?
Who said that you did it on 2010?
88, no one said that. I'm going back in my past in high school that I'm telling you the phone that I used when I turned 18, and I never once used Amino. Now, when I got upset, when I heard that you were accusing me of using Amino, that's when I got upset and mad.
Thing is, the Diddy here said that you apparently we were accusing you of using it on 2010. Now, that seems strange because even we know that Amino wasn't available in 2010. It came out during 2012, and we said that you did it on 2023. That's why I'm asking if that's the same phone that you had before 2023 or during 2023 to prove that to prove that you didn't have Amino on that phone. You gotta download it, put any accounts you have, all of them, just in case, and show that you're not in any communities and you have nothing on that account. If you have nothing, then you prove that you didn't have Amino on that phone. Yet we still gotta make sure if you can get like your other phone or something. If it's unrepairable, then the thing still stands because it's yet to be proved.
I
you prove
can.
it's debunked or anything.
Let me tell you this. From the 2 smartphones I had, not one had Amino, and I never downloaded it. And I can prove people wrong by screen recording this smartphone that I'm currently using right now to prove that I never used Amino and I never downloaded it.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
So
Okay.
I can easily prove a lot of people wrong just by screen recording my own phone.
Then by all means.
And I will do that. I will do that. And I will post it in my channel, titling it, Tara Life Studios never used Amino. Here is the proof. If I have to do that to get everything to, if I have to do that to get, if I have to do that to get this thing settled, I will.
Okay.
But can you do it here?
DMs.
Hold on.
I cannot send it in Discord because it will not let me. I tried with the other 2 screen recordings I did randomly. It will not allow me to send it in DMs in Discord. Everything just went quiet.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at my phone. Okay.
Mhm.
The why I'm asking for like us for you to show it here is because if you okay, let's say we stop the stream, right, and then we wait for you to put the video. There's still a possibility, and I'm not saying that you will do it, but there's still a possibility that you went in there, deleted something, and got back. If you actually had Amino, which is what we're trying to prove. Because if you put the accounts and there's nothing in there, it's not debunked and it's not yet proven to be true. So it's still an allegation.
And here's the thing. I understand that no one really believes someone's words when they're being honest. That happens a lot. But to get this whole thing off my back, and for people to leave me and Didi alone, I will record my phone. And I will show the apps that I currently use on a daily basis. Would that satisfy you?
It's not okay. It's not a screen recording on your phone because you don't have the Amino app, right now.
I never did.
No, but if you okay for you to use an Amino app, you need to enter an account, and if you enter the account and leave and delete the app, if you put the account back again, if you re-download it, it's still gonna save. Everything saves on that one account. So
and let me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, AG, but now I'm getting frustrated.
Take a deep breath. Alright, all you have to do is screen share you doing that live on stream. You don't have to go through the whole thing of screen recording the whole screen and doing so.
Okay, that's the problem, Linksy. I don't know how to screen share things.
Wait, are you on the phone?
Take a deep breath and let me try to explain. Holy shit, okay. You see what it says, mute, start cam, settings, stuff like that? Just click that. That's
Okay.
Click that,
Settings.
and then screen share.
Comments, cancel.
There's a thing called click
Camera.
your entire screen.
Okay, Tara, I'm gonna ask something real quick.
Sure.
Is it okay if you tell Rev directly the allegations you have on him if he joins?
Now, the only allegation I can tell you, one of them is actually the blackmail. He did in fact blackmail. He did in fact try to force our hand, and that is true because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Blackmailing like how? Tell me what happened.
I gotta take my headphones off. That loud beeping in my ears.
Oh, sorry. This is my house. It's like I don't. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Now, I'm gonna just say this real quick. So, Rev did in fact do blackmail because I wasn't the only one to see it. There's a couple other people in this chat that kind of saw the whole entire thing for itself as I explained what was going on. And basically, at that point, we kind of knew that it was blackmail. You can't just force somebody to give information like that.
Okay. So.
Did I?
Yes. Oh, wait. Hold on. I want to say. Oh, sorry. I interrupted you. Thing is, okay. Rev is currently on backstage. I know we said that not Rev nor DNA here, but Diddy's on stream. Only if you can give Rev some if you can tell him things directly instead of just going around back and forth with all these things like we're doing. You can just tell him directly. If someone starts going off the rails, then I'll put him on the backstage. Okay.
I honestly just want us to just be the only 4 in this square. Linksy promised.
I agree.
Yeah, but
because I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to anyone else except for you 3.
Well,
that's my decision.
The promise was that it would just be us 3. We already fucked up by bringing Didi in it.
I don't want.
And if you don't,
I only came here because I wanted to actually debunk a few things.
Can I finish what I'm saying? Alright, if you
Sure.
don't want to talk to Rev, we can put you in the backstage and put Rev up here, so that way Dee can confirm whatever needs to be said, and then when Rev is gone, we can bring you back out. We already fucked up by bringing Dee in here.
And also, Rev just wanted, because Diddy did say it.
Yeah.
Just put me in backstage too. Put me in backstage if you're going to have Rev up here.
Okay, then I'll
That's
have
exactly
Rev.
what I said we will do. We'll
I'll
put
just
you in the
put Rev
backstage.
and Diddy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rev up here.
Thank you.
I'm just.
Yeah, just put me in backstage. I just don't have.
Like we said
I don't
initially,
know.
it was just going to be us three. We already fucked up by bringing Dee in.
Okay, don't worry. When Rev leaves, I'll put you back on, okay?
Okay. Put her in the back, bring Rev up. I'll go ahead and mute so that way this can.
Rev right there.
You here?
Give it up. There you go.
Alright, so what do you
So,
yeah.
Alright, let's have Rev speak the allegations, and then you will answer, okay, Dee?
The allegations against me or against him?
Against him.
Against him.
Yeah.
I mean, he never denied receiving a PS4 from Hooman. He just said that when he did receive it, it was broken. Bear in mind the allegations about Hooman Azarm were known since 2015 because that's when he was arrested. So it was well known that he should have been in therapy because he never actually went to prison.
Oh man.
So, that's very interesting to hear that because, I was told something different. I don't know why.
Well, you have his phone number though, so surely you've still been in contact with him for
But
quite a
I
while.
can't say the only allegation. Hear me over there. Sorry. But the only thing I kind of am disappointed about is the blood mint thing. That's the only thing I'm disappointed.
Oh god.
That's the only thing. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because you did in fact force her hand to give the information about me. And I'm just gonna be really honest and truthful with you on that. Everything else I don't have to argue about because I'm not gonna, cause any scene or anything.
Question.
I just want to be
How
honest.
long have you known that?
But just know I don't have any feelings for minors. Just hear me out.
Nobody has said
I don't
that.
have any feelings for minors.
I want to nip
Hold
this
on,
in the
hold
bud.
Hear me out.
I want to nip this in the bud.
No, Dee. You
I want to
already.
nip this in the bud right now. This thing about I don't have feelings to minors. Nobody said that you did, and the fact that you feel the need to address that is
No, I'm
really
just
strange.
clarifying that.
Nobody had implied that you did. Nobody.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
we're not-
get that out. That's all.
We're not talking about that, right? Don't worry.
Because as far as I know, nobody had called you a pedophile. That is a misnomer.
I actually did. I'm sorry.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I actually
I
did.
retract my statement then. But I hadn't.
One thing. Diddy, how long have you known that Tara shared Rev's information?
I'm sorry. What?
How long have you known that Tara did share Rev's information?
For quite a while.
So then why did you say in the stream as well that Tara didn't do such thing?
Here's the thing. Now, what I was really trying to say was she was forced to give the information. That's
You
what I was
said
trying to
that
say.
she didn't do it.
She only
I
did it because her
explicitly-
friend was forced. That's
I
what
explicitly told Tara what was going to happen. What I said was, and it's exactly what's happening now, so it's almost like I was right. Basically, if people see her publicly supporting you after what you did, it's going to look bad. And I explained to her, I said, if you give me information on Genaro, then there might be something that I can do to make sure that you don't get any flack. You had manipulated her into continuing to follow you and to then date you, to which you had accused me of blackmailing her, which I did no such thing.
technically you did blackmail her because
Technically, I didn't.
Because here's the thing. I know she did not want to. She even told me herself she did not want to.
Well, that's
And I
convenient
can
because she also
verify
adopts a
that.
16-year-old boy's address.
Hear me out, because I know what
Hear
she
you.
said to me at one point. Now, is it true, Tara, that you did not want to give that information? Yes or no? Because I can recall that. Yes or no? Because I can recall that very well.
I don't understand why she's not on the stage. I don't know why we're having to conduct this like this,
She's
like
in the
in
stage.
Chinese whispers. That's really bizarre.
Well, she didn't want to
That's
talk.
what she meant was,
In a way,
I knew you were.
me and her made. Hold on. Me and Tara made an agreement if we were to do this, that nobody else would be in the stream. But since we already fucked up by bringing Dee into the stream, she's kind of mad about that.
Well, she can be mad all she wants because she wanted DD up here, so.
Yeah, she's in the backstage right.
I'll be
She's in the
honest, I don't-
backstage right now.
And I'm going to be as polite about this as possible. I don't give a fuck if she's upset.
Okay, so Diddy, listen. Rev already said that Hooman Azarm was arrested in 2015, and this thing was made in 2015, right? You said you stopped, you quote unquote stopped being in communication with them around like when? Last year?
It was way last year and way back. So
Last year. Now, how long was 2015 apart from 2024?
a long time because.
And are you sure
The
that
thing
he
is
never
that
in his life, never in that friendship, told you anything?
No.
So then why does he say that? Why did he say, right, that first? I believe it because he didn't deny the allegations. He didn't deny that he never proved a minor. He said that you helped him though.
I never helped him. He basically just manipulated me to his bidding and tried to lie. So
Are you on a computer?
I'm actually currently on my MacBook, not the other.
On your MacBook? Can you, does it have
Yeah,
the feature
that's
to
it.
screen record?
It does, but here's the thing, from way back, that's like really hard to kind of like prove on certain things because it happened way back with the bull run that happened to all of us.
I mean, we can all understand that it happened less than 12 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, so with all due respect, stop calling it the past. It was literally less than 12 months ago.
And also, you have this account for your Discord account for how long?
Now that I don't recall, but like
It's
this
on your
account
profile.
particularly. Now, if I can recall with this account particularly, I just need to remember, but I had this account since June 8th of 2022. So this is like
On
when I
2022?
was like June 8th of 2022.
So it implied, right? The logic here is that you still have his chat logs here.
What channel?
So Discord chat logs you have on Discord you first beat.
What's the date on those
I have a
screenshots?
lot.
March.
2024.
March 24th?
I think it's Jan. Okay, let me look it back up. It says here March 25th, 2024.
Oh, okay, so it was less than 12 months ago. And according to Bilberry, apparently he met Hooman in 2016. So he was affiliated with this person for almost a decade. And we're supposed to gloss over that and focus on the last 10 months. That's very interesting.
I never deleted
Now-
anything, by the way.
You never deleted it? Okay, so it's a clear understanding what we want you to do here, right? If you could share his chat logs, that would be appreciated.
Now I can't recall exactly like what happened, but like way
No,
back,
but
but I'll
Chatlogs
get it stuff. I'll get it. But I'm gonna say though, like I'm not even friends with this guy. That's all I can tell you. And
No, I know you're not friends. You
it
used
is
to be
what it
friends. He doesn't want anything to do with you, and we know
is. Not
that.
anymore.
You were friends with him for a decade, right?
Too, so.
Would you
And
say you
now
were
with
friends
that,
with him for
he's
roughly a
just-
decade, Genaro?
Ninja, you have a text.
So
Yeah.
let me see if I can find it.
Oh, I guess we don't want to answer that
But
question.
yeah, I have a lot.
There was some text. He doesn't want to talk to Rev.
I have a file.
She did say she did want to come back on. Yeah, she's now asking to be back in.
Wait, Rev? Okay, I'm gonna ask Rev.
Now
Hello?
I'm
I'm trying to
I'm
find
here, I'm
one
just
of his
quiet.
messages, but for some reason, like, now from seeing that, I had him blocked, it's kind of hard for me to see how I can get the messages. How do I get the messages?
Oh, so another
That's
thing,
not
Aaron,
good.
while he
I'm
gets his
trying to figure
messages, while he gets the messages, you don't like Rev, right?
I don't like how he treats me.
So what did it took only a video of Rev to exposing Brianna Seymour for you to actually say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know," while you were clearly told something.
Now, from what I can recall at this point, since I have a
Tara, you
I
sound
don't
different.
have the chat balls.
I'm literally the same person, but my voice is very scratchy right now. I've been doing a lot of coughing.
Okay. Nobody understood the joke. I apologize.
Did he?
Remember, no interrupting anybody. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
well,
didn't have the chat logs, right?
But I just want to
I
say,
don't even have it. It's not popping up.
I just want to say I didn't like the way I was being treated by Rev, but I like him as a person. But Rev seems to be cool. I mean, I've seen his cool side. I've seen DNA's cool side.
Yeah, I agree.
Meaning the calm side of them. I don't know them very well, but I've been trying to get to know them. But there are times when I try to talk to Rev, but I understand he wants to do his own thing, and that's okay. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry with that.
You were invited. I'm going to let you finish in a second.
Yes.
But you're not going to waffle for the next 10 minutes. You were invited onto DNA's live stream several times while you had us blocked on your channel. So immediately I just was under the impression that you wanted to silence everybody else and just sit there and basically threaten people, grit your teeth at people, and get your own way, which you were not going to get.
No, sir. Dee,
Hold on.
no, sir. Rev?
I'm sorry.
I was answering your question. I said no, sir.
Did you even hear what the question was?
I heard parts of it, but it's hard for me to hear with all the static.
I could hear perfectly fine.
Okay.
So, why
I
was
can't
it
hear
that
very well.
why was it that when you were invited onto DNA's live stream you didn't want to join, but when we came over to you, you immediately just started hiding us as soon as we started asking questions?
When?
Are you going to deny it?
No, I'm asking when. I'm not denying it.
Well, DNA's in here as well, so he can back me up. Roughly about a week to 2 weeks ago, whenever we did a live stream on DNA's channel.
Give me a few minutes, okay, Rev?
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, Tara. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
It's okay.
a chat log just appeared. Says, and here says, "Oh, by the way, Diddy, do you remember Axel Ghost?" Diddy, do you remember Axel Ghost? You said you didn't say you didn't know about what Hooman Azarm said until last year, and that's why you stopped being friends with them. Even though here says Axel Ghost telling you on a deleted also on an account you didn't have that
I
account
was
since
thinking
2022,
something
right?
like, at one point, I'm gonna tell you, at one point when I was friends with him, like, I was too dumb to realize what he was doing to those kids.
But you had the knowledge of it, because I'm gonna show it to Rev. I'm gonna share it to.
No, I was dumb, bro. I was dumb.
No, that's no excuse. You still knew.
I'm
Your
saying
Honor,
that's
I
an
was
excuse,
dumb.
but I can remember.
Listen, I'm sorry, but here says Axel Go telling Diddy that Hooman Azarm wanted to have sex with his dead body, and Diddy didn't protect it. Not only that, Diddy, you had your account since 2022, right?
Yeah.
You just account since 2022. Here says deleted user on 2022, which it's you, by the way. Here says, because if everybody blamed me for everything, then don't associate with me. Axie said, okay, but you need to block J-Pool. He wants to fuck my dead body. He's telling you here, and what did you do? Hold on, I'm gonna call.
See, back then, I was very protective of myself and really concerned of a lot of shit.
Not concerned or protective of his
And I was
child.
literally like trying to understand everything. Like, it was just confusing to me at one point. And let's just also mention that, I was forced at one point to go back friends with him, because let me tell you why. Because my parents were saying, "Oh, go back, be friends with him." I can remember that clear as day too. But guess what? At one point in 2024, I had to make a decision. I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to do a lot of reflecting, and it made me think. And I was like, I think I need to stop being friends with him, because this is not a good idea.
Was it not a good idea
Yeah.
when the kid literally said to you that Hooman wanted to fuck his dead body? Was that not like a clear enough indication for you that he was a bad person?
Well, I can tell you right now that it's fucked up and it's not okay.
Okay, but you're still friends with him for another year after this.
I'm not friends with him anymore. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, okay. We're just going to gloss over that then. I mean, great, you're not friends with Hitler anymore, but you were friends with Hitler last year. So, I mean, what are you trying to get at? You were friends with him for almost a decade. So are we really going to value the last 10 months as opposed to the last 8 or 9 years?
Hold on. Did someone just have a name?
Lindsay, if you're there, if you can show the picture I just sent you, so the viewers can see.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Open link.
Now, Diddy, you being quote unquote dumb doesn't disprove anything, because you still knew about it. You still knew. It doesn't matter if you're dumb. You still knew. This is deleted user is Diddy's account before this one, and Axie is a minor.
Who is this minor exactly?
Dee, you know who Axel Ghost is.
No way, bro.
Oh,
You know.
you know who Axel Ghost
yes.
is. Dee. You know.
Yes, I know who he is
My
now.
brain was
Thank you
kinda
for
like,
letting me.
kind of I'm sorry. Oh, shoot.
Basically, Dee knows exactly who Axel Ghost is, because before this whole thing started, he knew Axel Ghost. He knew Axel Ghost.
So, Tara, you're seeing this now, right? You just confirmed that Diddy knew Axel Ghost. What's your opinion on this?
I have no opinion.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, you do.
We're just gonna.
I'm just saying, Rev, I'm saying that Dee Dee did know Axel Ghost before any of this happened.
You
They
don't think this
were
guy is fucked up?
friend-
You think he's fucked up that he just didn't listen to this kid? No?
May I continue, Rev?
I mean, yeah, if you don't start yelling, sure.
I'm sorry. I tend to raise my voice, and my ears aren't working right now, and they're not.
Tend not to raise your voice with me.
But okay, I'll try not to. My apologies, Rev. Okay, like I'm trying to say, Dee Dee and Axel Ghost did know each other. They were actually YouTube friends back in the day when I met Dee Dee.
Okay.
So I didn't really see any red flags because one, I was just getting to know Dee Dee in 2024, because he told me that he is friends with Axel Ghost.
But not anymore, by the way. So
But I don't remember the reason why they ended their friendship.
because he actually kept making things worse. He kept on like doing other things of that nature. So I'm just gonna say it like that. And then
Didn't
I found
you-
out he also, in fact, I'm gonna say something.
Oh
I'm
God.
gonna tell you something. He actually also, in fact, promote robot stuff that is very inappropriate. So that's another reason why I stopped being friends with him.
Dee Dee, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say that Axel Ghost was working for someone to spy on you in Discord?
He did. He did admit that too.
Okay, and when you actually did cut ties with him in Discord in 2024, did you yet later add him back in, knowing that he was going to spy on you again?
Well, you know, I thought about some things, and it took me time to recuperate.
Yes or no?
So, like, I was like,
Dee
trying to understand like, the trust or whatever. So
Dee Dee, I'm going to stop it right there. This was a simple question. You cut ties with Axel Ghost in early 2024 when you found out. Hold on, Dee Dee, this is what I keep telling you. You cannot keep cutting people off. You did, at one point, cut ties with Axel Ghost on Discord and on YouTube. Because you found out that he was promoting something that you knew and I didn't. And you also found out that he was spying on you in that time. But yet, even in late 2024, you did add him back into your Discord. And you said, if you start spying on me again, if you start trouble, you will be banned and you will not be welcome back.
Excuse me.
Now, Dee Dee did that.
Can I also add another thing?
So,
Did you ever have chats with this Axel Ghost person on Instagram?
at one point, yeah. But
Did you send
I
any
haven't-
inappropriate things on the Instagram?
No, I never sent anything to him inappropriate. So
Well, explain this picture.
Tara's gonna love what's coming up next.
I don't recall that.
Tara, you might have to retract your statement about loving him unconditionally.
Okay, Linky, can you please show what happened? What I should.
Like, I don't recall actually sending him anything inappropriate.
So, what is this?
This is awkward.
What is that
I
shit?
scream.
I mean, you can.
I see nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I want to tell you something about that situation. So, I want to tell you something about that. So, that situation is when people think is able to power. They do the framing and blackmailing.
I don't see any framing blackmailing.
I don't see Xavier or PKT in the screenshot.
I only see you sending CB.
That's what I'm saying. And that same quote-unquote person that y'all are talking about is currently 18. And I want to also mention I never knew the person's age.
Okay, but you still send them CB though. It's a CP. The thing that's thrashed in dark blue is CB. Screenshot of your chat.
Tara, did you know about any of it?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's awkward. Just so you're aware, this is his Instagram, which is still active to this day, DDLive_studios.
Okay.
So he used that Instagram account to send CP to somebody.
Did you really?
I didn't really.
He just said I did add her at some point. He just said it.
It's
I don't recall, so I'm just going to be honest. I don't recall.
that's the screenshot though.
I mean, the screenshot is there.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know who
Dee
it
Dee,
was.
They showed you what you needed to see. So, I was not aware of this. At one point, you told me at one point you did do a lot of bad stuff. You said you showed something. You said you showed something before you met me, right?
I recall that.
Okay. What was that something you told me that you have been showing before you met me? I am putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot, so you need to give me a direct, straight answer.
It was quote unquote CP, but I wasn't aware if it was or not.
That's not
Okay.
true. That's not true.
Okay.
Linksy just said that he can confirm that was CP because
Fuck, no, bro. No, dude. I can actually fucking confirm that because there's a guy in my past named Richard Littleton, okay? This guy sent me that middle fucking picture. That picture originated from the Wizards 101 community.
And the person in there, they actually look like kids, right?
They are actual fucking kids. No.
Do they look like kids for him to actually know? How can he get this picture? Because he can't get it on the internet.
He got that from the Tor website.
So,
Tor.
did he?
No.
I mean, I put you on the spot.
Dude. What the
But-
No, I got locked.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, you saw that I put him on the spot. You saw.
I totally understand where everybody's coming from. I'm just saying, like, you know, it was just so much shit that happened to me. I was not okay with it.
That was it. Thank you for that amazing non-answer. The non-answers they're getting better. As
But
time goes on.
okay, so you knew this was going on, yet you denied it, saying also I forgot to say, God's watching, so you better be honest.
May I say something? I'm sorry that I'm interrupting everyone, but Rev, you saw that I put Dee Dee on the spot, yes?
What do you want, a fucking medal? What do you want me to say? Like,
No,
how
I
long
just
has
want
it
you to-
taken- Yeah,
No,
I
no,
know.
no, no,
How
no.
long-
It's not-
No. How long has it taken you to do this? You were told what was going to happen. Now you reap what you sow.
All of you, by the way, were told. All of them. Diddy, Tara, Dark Exposure, Roxy, all of them were told. And look what's happening right now.
Right. But we've all been lying in Widow.
Not lying. I'm not lying. But I have been talking to Dee, like telling him that he needs to let people talk and he needs to give a straightforward answer.
Do you not understand now, Tara, why he doesn't want people to talk?
Because he doesn't really like hearing it.
No,
He doesn't like hearing the truth, right?
He doesn't want the truth to get out. He wants this all to be brushed under the rug. This shit, he stopped being friends with Hooman Azarm, who fucking went to a kid's, in real life, went outside of a kid's house and fucking molested him, and then went back a couple weeks later. It was either a week or a month. I keep getting fucking confused. It was a week. And he knew about this because this all happened in 2015. And he's trying to hoodwink people into thinking that he didn't know about this. He sent CP to people. He's had access to CP, which you said is only accessible on the deep web, on the dark web.
And Axel Ghost told Diddy, and we can say it here before he deleted his account. Diddy made this account on 2022. That the deleted account, which was being told about Hooman's actions, was also on 2022. And Diddy confirmed that it was him. So he knew about this going on.
I mean, those articles have been there for 10 years.
Exactly.
So, do you know what I mean? I mean, he said there's a screenshot of him saying that he's knew that quote-unquote Hooman Azarm has changed. Right?
No.
Yeah.
I am fucking shaking from that entire thing. What the fuck?
I'm just a loss of words right now. I'm just a loss of words.
You were told.
I know.
Tara, you were told. You were made well aware that this was what was going on.
Yeah,
And you were
but
made
you
well
I
aware
didn't know.
Christmas. You were made
But-
aware. You wouldn't let anybody speak to you. So how the fuck was anyone going to tell you?
because nobody had a chance to show her proof and she was going off words.
Nobody had the fucking chance to show anything.
And
Because
also,
they sit there and they police their fucking chats like fucking Hitlers and expect everybody to just come out and fucking... No, it's ridiculous.
he knew it was coming because last night, I was there. Last night, he told you, I don't think it's a good idea. And so did Vampire Queen. They told you it wasn't a good idea to join. And Diddy told you that because he knew something was going to get out to the light. He knew his
He sits there and he smirks on his fucking live stream, but I wonder if he's smirking now.
Exactly. And also, you keep saying about how God's on your side and he's going to take us away. Look what happened. It's all God's plan. I told you this was coming, and look what happened.
Sure, what a confession, bro.
Dude, that shit is fucked up, dude.
A lot.
So talkative now, huh?
Oh, that's right. I don't think they have confession in churches where the pastors use private jets. Never mind.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, that CP that Dee Dee did shown, I did not know that he did that at the time. Because all he has told me was he didn't show CP, he didn't do CP. But now I'm kind of confused. But is it true, Dee Dee? I'm gonna ask again. Is it true that you did show CP?
I did, but I wasn't aware about the age, if it was under adult or not. So I'm just being honest. Yes, I did, but I was not aware it was a child.
I'm gonna
Okay, so he did. If he did answer. I heard his answer. He said that he did show CP, but he was not aware of the kid's age. He did show CP.
But it doesn't matter if it was now it doesn't matter because it's confirmed as CP. It doesn't matter if it was an adult or a kid. CP is still bad. It makes him a pedophile still because that is porn of minors.
Hold on, give me a sec, guys.
It is a crime. Like, this is the thing that people don't seem to understand about CP. It is literally a federal fucking crime to even be in possession of it.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if
it's a minimum of fucking 8 years in prison.
Exactly.
And boom, you're a fucking sex offender. Whether you touched a kid or sexually attracted to a kid, if they find CP on your fucking computer, it is a federal crime. 8 years, doesn't matter, you're a sex offender.
Also, how did you not know? How did you not know about the age of the person when they were telling you everything the Hooman Azarm was doing to them? You should have known.
No, that person, that's different. See, that's where that's
How's that different?
That's a different situation because that's a different one. Because the other one, however, the live stream one, that's a different situation. That was with PKT and Zexyo.
Oh, so you confirm that the CP was showing live stream, right?
I told you.
It's a yes.
I told you. I did not know the age of the person. I thought it was an adult.
The age of the person you sent it to?
How old was the person that he sent it to?
Apparently they were 16, but it doesn't matter how old they were because if you sent the CP anyway.
So he sent CP. Bear in mind, sending porn to a kid, regardless if it's CP or not, is also very fucking illegal. So he sent naked pictures to a 16-year-old.
That's the thing.
What's the thing? Huh?
I don't recall sending anything.
You don't recall? We just gave you literally a picture. It should have rung a bell. I mean, you said.
Because here's the thing. Like, I think what happened was some things were taken out of context, and then like what happened was it just got all confusing and everything.
So,
I mean, I don't know what you don't need the context for sending CP to a 16-year-old.
That's exactly
what context do you need?
And I'm just being honest. Like, I don't like that shit. I just don't.
So then why are you denying that you did it though? We showed you that you did it. There's no denying it. You know, the Azarm said it. We showed you the proof. There's no denying it.
But here's the thing: Hooman Azarm is such a big liar, bro.
Oh, don't. He doesn't want now. Listen, he doesn't want to get involved.
Let me tell you something about Hooman. He's been lying about a lot of crap. You can't even trust a word that comes out of his mouth.
Sure, like you said that you never knew about his actions when a girl literally told you about his actions, and your response was, "I was too dumb." Anything to say about that?
What I gotta say is, overall, I don't have any feelings for minors, and I hope you have a
God, that's a non-answer. Nobody said that you did.
Anyway, have a blessed wonderful day. And just know that I still love you, Tara, no matter what.
What? Oh my God.
Okay, Tara.
This is exactly what I was trying to tell Dee Dee. Like, he needs to listen to you all instead of acting like this.
Listen. When are you gonna break it up with him because he is fucking using you?
Man is saying he took his foot fetish too far and is now charged with indecency with a child. Tonight, police believe there could be more victims. Eyewitness News reporter Maya Shea is live with more on the story you'll only see on 13. Maya?
Well, investigators say this man is known to walk around the neighborhood and perhaps have asked more than one person about their shoes. And they say in this case, he took that shoe fetish a step further. And now the victim's mother is speaking only to ABC 13.
Hooman Azarm showed no emotion as he appeared in front of a judge this morning. The 21-year-old is accused of indecency with a child in the Katy neighborhood where he lives. The victim's mom, who doesn't want to be identified, was relieved.
I'm confused this time.
But you're glad that he's charged?
Yeah, I'm very glad.
Prosecutors say on April 19th, Azarm walked up to a 12-year-old boy playing basketball in front of his house. They say he approached the boy and, fully clothed, assaulted the child.
The defendant then removed the child's shoes and applied the child's feet to the defendant's penis.
What's even more surprising, prosecutors say the break in the case occurred a week later when Azarm allegedly went back to the victim's house to apologize.
And it was when he approached the boy a week later that the authorities were contacted.
Neighbor Ruben Vaquera, who is about the same age as the victim, remembers when the suspect was arrested.
I see like a bunch of cops in the house. They're armed. They're all in the truck, and I see people like talking.
Investigators say they have since found the alleged crime captured on a neighbor's surveillance video. That's a relief to the victim's mother, who says she hopes Azarm gets some help.
I think he needs to take the doctor's treatment or something else.
And prosecutors say they are urging parents perhaps to talk to their kids if they live in that Katy neighborhood, and also to see if they've had any dealings with them, or perhaps he's...
First and foremost, my client has no affairs with DD Live Studio for having false accusation towards my client, claiming him to be manipulator when he isn't. On behalf of my client, this is a direct message for Rhiannon Jackson, the one that be manipulating my client. He has everything cleared up and seeking the proper therapy help, as well visiting his doctors along with the right medications. Now, does this justify my client being run over by a train slandering him? And not to mention, this isn't Genaro's first time. In fact, this is the 5th time that he has done this and isn't being honest about it. As for my client stated, it was done to him 4th time, and the last one that happened back on year of 2024. So Rhiannon Jackson is a deceiver and not to be trusted, and my client had asked him to stay away from him and stop yapping his name, otherwise there would be a fitting punishment for Rhiannon Jackson. Have a nice day.
Your client being?
Rhiannon Jackson is only using my client's past against Hooman to make him look weak and fragile, but I can assure you that my client is in a better state of mind than Rhiannon Jackson's corrupted mind games he's playing on adults and minors, which is sickening, cause I do not find this funny at all. As I said, Hooman isn't in contact with Rhiannon Jackson, but Genaro is trying to contact him after Hooman had told him off that he has no little interest in Rhiannon's manipulation games. Last thing I'd like to mention is that my client Hooman has moved on, and it's doing better and has moved on with his life. Please make sure that Rhiannon Jackson do not contact Hooman again. Thank you.
I can't make sure of that since he will not listen to any of us. But I believe Hooman could help us finish this investigation with a simple question. Did Genaro Jackson help Hooman with his actions? If he answers honestly without denying his allegations, then Genaro Jackson is finished. If you could do that for me, it would be appreciated. And that will be the one and only thing I will ask from you. Thank you.
Genaro Jackson was involved with my client's actions. My client Hooman has owed up to his mistakes and learned to become a better individual. As I mentioned before, my client is on medication and has a therapist and sees the doctor regularly, so everything is under control with my client.
Okay, just to double check and avoid confusion. Genaro Jackson is guilty of pedophilia?
Yes, he is.
Diddy kept lying about never meeting Hooman, even though there's a screenshot where there's a kid telling Diddy about what Hooman is doing to them. And what is Diddy doing? Nothing. So since he kept mentioning his name and spreading lies, then Hooman reached out, and he admitted everything. He did help him. Turns out that kid was also the one Diddy sent CP to, which Diddy tried shifting the blame on him too. And also another thing I'm gonna say, which is about Tara. Tara said she never met this man, yet Hooman Azarm confirmed that she also met him too.
There's some that have definitely been debunked, but the one main thing is true. He does have access to minors. He has used minors in the past to commit these crimes. It's not that hard to believe. I mean, I'm not trying to dogpile him, but if what Hooman Azarm, you know, who has been arrested for something like this before,
really,
like something this...
Really,
yeah.
Hooman really has nothing to lose at this point.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing for him to hide or lie about.
Yeah.
So, when did you cut contact with Genaro?
Last year.
Last year?
Yes, last year he exactly accused me of CP.
How did you get his phone number?
He gave it to me. He gave it to me himself. And
Oh, go ahead.
And like I was out doing my thing out in the yard, and I get a call from him saying that, oh, we can't be friends anymore. And I asked him why. Then he got a group of people on Discord shouting at me. Even even the time I had met Tara, like not even a week ago.
Wait, did you just say Tara?
Yes, I had met her through Didi a week ago, before the incident had happened.
So you mean like, not this year, obviously, but last year?
Yes, correct.
So there's no fucking way that Tara doesn't know who Hooman Azarm is.
Right. She said that she
That's
doesn't.
very interesting.
Wizard 101 is a PC game free to play. Majority of its gameplay is locked via crowns and or membership. The Wizard 101 community doesn't condone child groomers, as Blaze Golden, who promoted and encouraged for her said photos to be shared everywhere, and the results of Gabrielle Nightsinger game overing herself was arrested as a result of him spreading said photos everywhere. So Wizard 101 itself isn't a small group, no. The Wizard 101 community is massive with many sub-communities, much more like Amino. That was DNA correcting me for what I said last video. Wizard 101, a group who used to share CP to each other and also force other minors to take pictures of their bodies. They were led by 3 users, Zen Akitame, Triton, and an unknown user. Now, these people made a girl take pictures of her body, and this girl actually took her own life because of these pictures. Why am I telling you this, you may ask? Well, Linksy, who was in our stream, investigated these dudes, and he found something weird about one of the evidences. He recognized this picture. This picture belonged to the one girl that took her own life because of Wizard 101, which means that the 3rd user was actually Genaro Jackson this entire time. Now, this isn't true. The Wizard 101 thing, it's not confirmed. Because the one in the picture was someone else. It was still a minor, but it was someone else. Whose name I will leave, of course, classified. But if it's not true, then why am I still saying it? Why didn't he deny it? We all know here that if Diddy avoids a question, it's because it's the truth. The picture thing already disproved this. It was still CP from someone, but it wasn't from the one of Wizard 101. Though there's still some connections because Diddy was on their server, so these allegations could still apply. Either way, it's still bad. Tara Ripka is the fortunate one to be dating Genaro. She's a 28-year-old woman from Springfield, Chicago, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. She, of course, willingly dates Diddy, knowing he is a predator, and amongst a few things, actually. She was accused of dating a kid on Amino back in 2023, which she tries to deny but then refuses to actually debunk it by downloading the app and putting the email so it can be debunked. As of right now, we only have a few images, but she avoids debunking it, so we're just gonna stand by it. We normally haven't really talked about it as much, but she says she's never been on Amino, yet she has so many connections with it. Like the friendship she had with Brianna Seymour. Now, I did collab with Tara before on my Brianna Seymour video. That was before I knew she was a predator. And also the fact that she helped her groom Neil Birds. Neil Birds was a kid who willingly dated Brianna Seymour. And it only took one video from the biggest op for them to actually go like, oh, I didn't know. They were acting. Him and Tara and Diddy were acting like they didn't know. They knew perfectly well. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier. You know how Tara said she didn't have amino? This is what her sister had to say.
There was a pedophile, I'm not gonna name them, but they're in jail now. And I'm not gonna name that pedophile because it's personal information, but me and my sister had to deal with them on amino. But yeah, you know them, good. If you don't know them, not giving it out. But me and my sister had to deal with that.
Sorry, I need that comedy moment for a second. Hello guys. This video is probably going to be a repeat from all the videos you probably heard about Didi and Tara. If you don't know who Didi and Tara is because you've been under a rock, Didi allegedly, when there's proof, but I gotta say allegedly so they don't attack me, allegedly has had CP, and Tara is known for grooming and, well, grooming. What I mean by grooming is not sexual intimacy, but grooming them, manipulating them to be in this cult kind of demeanor, and let's just say I was kind of brought into that. And today I'm going to be sharing my side, since I was one of the minors that was big in the situation, and going to tell you what I had to experience. This is not going to be a long stretched out video. This is just going to be about, you know, how I met them to now, and just kind of tell you guys, you know, what's going on. So if you guys don't know me, if I did not say it, I'm and I was a part of the DD cult from July of 2024 to now, or till the end of 2024. And let's just say I'm not proud of that. I've learned quite a lot since the situation. I've learned quite a lot since, you know, the encounters I've had. So when I found out that this was alleged, I immediately ran, because when there was evidence to prove it, I was like, we're gonna run. Enough talk, let's get started with my story. I'm not gonna be that interesting because there was nothing bad that happened to me, but it still is very scary to think about it, that a 28-year-old woman and a 24-year-old man is trying to befriend a 15-year-old minor who they know was groomed, and yet they have secrets to hide as well. And you guys know what those secrets are. I want to save all the minors out there, because I know there's more minors that they have in their Discord servers and probably Instagram servers if they have that. I'm just saying, I'm not accusing, but who knows. I first met Tara from a community post from someone, I think it was Reverend Shadows, and I saw him like talking about her because she was with a pedophile known as Rainbow Dashi, and at the time she didn't believe that Rainbow Dashi was a pedo, so I saw she was live streaming, I joined, and I was known as Cool at the time. Actually, I don't know if I was known as Cool. I could be wrong, I think I was known as Cool. I don't know. I think I was Alex L at the time, and our little angel, and she was a little skeptical keeping me there, but then eventually she was like, okay, let's just keep you in there, you're not a threat or anything, and then I eventually became a mod. There was trolls here and there saying that she's fat, or is she trans, or all that, but it was not anything to the extreme that it is now. It was basically mostly like positive vibes, and I met a lot of other minors in the chat as well, and they were all so nice, and I had like a lot of friends there, which was really cool. Then I met Didi, and I didn't really have a relationship with Didi until the first time I ever went against the two. And what I mean by that is when I started to find out that Didi was this, you know, not level-headed dude, I started to kind of question things, but these were all alleged at the time, and also on top of that, I didn't really have a reason to hate him. I just didn't like who he was as a person. I hated his ego, I just hated how he was just all about himself, and all about pride, like in the way that he was displaying it, because you can display pride in a way that doesn't need to be egotistical, if you know what I'm saying. So, you know, it was definitely very like, okay buddy, chill. I hated how he just was acting like a 14-year-old kid and just blocking people if they had something to say. So I went against them. And this is when I was with Kilvix, and me and Kilvix were both, you know, in the mix of this. Now, Kilvix is an adult, but I'm just throwing him in there because that's what happened. And by this point, Didi and Tara both accused me and were hanging around with another pedo known as Froggy. And this Froggy person accused me of being friends with someone named Rose or Rosie, or I don't remember, something like that. Being friends with a pedo named Rosie, which is for one wrong. But the fact that they were accusing me of that, calling me a pedo, calling me a supporter, and grooming has a lot to do with it. And now I'm no longer a supporter of that, and no longer want anything to do with that, because I'm now learning, and I'm now getting help. So that stuff, I disagree with 100%. But, you know, the fact that these grown adult people are, you know, clowning on a 15-year-old that isn't developed is just sad. Then we made our ways, and then this is when me and Didi started having a relationship, and I did not have Discord due to my situation. So we all had Instagram, and we were all good friends. And what would happen was that I was always the one with the highest IQ. And every time I was in Didi's streams, you could probably go back in our November streams, I was known as Angel Wings, possibly, if I'm remembering correctly. Or Karma, so look out for those names. But I was essentially be the level-headed IQ person. And there would always be a pedo from the past in their chats, like Stanley. There was a bunch of weird adults role-playing with kids. There was one named Jasmine or something that I call it. Right when I called them out, a 15-year-old calling out a pedo, when Didi's the one watching, he was like, "Oh guys, stop." It was only if I said something. And he was reading all these comments too. It wasn't until I said something. He was like, "Guys, don't roleplay." And then later on, this is when things started to get very rocky, was that me and Fox, right? Fox commented something, and he asked me to be his roleplay daughter. And I had to clarify this because for some reason they started this, like, accusing Jane of saying that he was grooming me sexually when that wasn't true. And it was very disgusting. And Didi always did this thing where he would always call everyone a pedo without proof, and even Tara as well. They only took the proof of him saying, "Want to be my online daughter," which is weird, but it's not considered, it could be considered grooming, but in the way that he was telling me he was trying to do it was not in a grooming way. So, of course, I panicked because I didn't like that, and I told Tara and Didi, and of course, at first they didn't care. Until I brought it up again, and then they started freaking out. We brought Andrew, or Fox, into a group chat on Instagram. We all started clowning on him, humiliating him, and then Didi said he was gonna go live. He didn't tell us what he was gonna go live about, he just went live, and then he put my name in the title and said, "Tell us your story, tell us what happened," blasting over the internet to see. First off, no one needs to know that. Second of all, you didn't even ask me if that was okay, you just gladly did it. But, of course, he wants to look like a good person, so it's just very dangerous. It's dangerous. I know Andrew wasn't a threat, but still, that was very fucked up. And after this, months after, Bob joined their stream, right? And I told Bog it was me, because he knows who I am. And right when Bog told Didi and said, "She's a victim of this, she's a victim of that, you can't have this person in here," he kicked me. He blocked me and said no minors allowed, and that's when the no minors rule came. But the expectations we had was that he gave me standard mob. I had to control his chat. He wasn't the one that was protecting us, it was me protecting him. And like, that is weird enough. There was role players in the chat, adults, fully grown adults role-playing in chats with minors. Not sexually, but calling each other mother, daughter, like, sister. Like, that's not okay. And also on top of that, not letting anyone say their own opinion. If I had a different opinion compared to them, they would bash me. Unless I said it in a way that sounded like I was still on their side. And it was very... It's just... was very stressful. This got so bad to the point that my mother and my own therapist knows about these people. And I think that's a red flag itself. And honestly, I think my whole point of getting this out there, and if it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry, is to please keep your children away from the cult. Because the way of thinking they have is we're this, we're that, we're this. And they manipulated me to believe that they were this perfect, righteous people. And everyone else that talked bad or down or had to criticize them in a way would all get slandered, and they would make all of us go after them and attack them and block them and report them, and it was very stressful. And then eventually their streams were just all about drama. They would talk shit about me in streams and say I'm a stupid minor and I'm this, when they were the ones putting me out there and making me run the channels. Like, it's just, something is not right upstairs. And, you know, even though my story isn't as interesting as everyone else's story, it's still that control piece that's scary. Like, Tara and Didi controlled me to believe that there are these perfect, righteous people that were always right, and if anyone talked down about them, it was attack mode at once. It's just, it looks terrible. It does. It really does. They just think they're always right all the time. And they like to manipulate us minors because we're super gullible. And they know since minors aren't fully developed and since something isn't right with them, they think they can easily control us. And I see it 100% in both of them. So if you see Didi and Tara and you're a minor, please stay away. You're only going to be a good, massive target for them to control for their Didi cult. God bless, and I hope you have a good day. Signing off.
The Diddy cult is slowly crumbling, with members like Savannah and Bilberry leaving them. Now, what we call Diddy cultists is basically their supporters and friends too. Let's take a good look at one. Now, Stanley Bell is someone who groomed a minor, and recently he has been going as a minor, trying to say that DNA groomed him. Now, I've been having some beef with him for over a while now, because he's denying that he's Stanley Bell. He tried everything to prove that he wasn't Stanley Bell by saying he doesn't know him, when he made a post saying that he did know who he was. And he also, to prove it, he tried making new accounts, which I quickly debunked. Convinced me that he wasn't Stanley Bell by creating multiple accounts and saying that those are his accounts. But he forgot about one simple thing. Well, a few actually. You can see that he tried covering the email in red. But why did he cover this in white? Of course, he's trying to hide something by blending it with the screen. YouTube sets its account lists in order in which you use them. So why is bad YouTuber exposure last? Since that's the one he normally uses, it's supposed to be first. Well, the reason is because all these 3 accounts were just created. And you can see that they had different names. Well, he also just created the channel so he can put different names, so I don't suspect that he's Stanley. But nobody will ever have one account for Dragon Ball, one for Shorts, and one for whatever that game is. And the Shorts one cannot be an active channel, since it has no subscribers. And I did make this clear to him in my community post. Wanna know what his response was? Sounds like a you problem. I said the goodie. Now I made the goodie. He was also saying how Diddy is back and how we thought we were winning, which we won, by the way. This is already solved. And that the police are watching. You know, he's actually too upset about the fact that he can no longer debunk himself. So he's literally just trying to, just calling me stupid, like straight up stupid, just because I know he's Stanley Bell. I don't know if he was trying to actually insult me with the Freddie Mercury thing, because I appreciate it. He's not a bad looking man. Of course, since he did it, this is what Stanley Bell looks like. Now, Stanley, I know it's hard to go that back and forth, especially how you're losing this one here. But when are we gonna get a StreamYard?
It doesn't matter if you're related or not. Now, if you're married, that's a different story. If y'all are married and y'all have consent to actually decide to have a baby together, okay, you can have your baby together, okay? That's your choice, that's your opinion. You do what the heck you want in your life while you both are married.
Now, I don't want to talk about this person since they're obviously mentally incapacitated. And that's a real thing to say, considering that this is the dumbest person I've ever met in my entire life. And I have met people like Damien and Brianna Seymour, so this says a lot. Dark Exposure Files, everybody knows them. They're the ones who restream your videos and basically do nothing but, you know, be one-sided and spill some nonsense, acting stupid. Even they restream my stream, and my stream I showed the evidence on Diddy, and you know what they had to say? If I'm stupid, bro, then what does that make you? I'll tell you. Look up the parody of the Lil Dicky song, and you will feel relatable to the exact 50-second marker. As I'm recording this video, Dark Exposure Files finally made a video about me, and the caption is just splendid. It's just a piece of work.
Kiddo, you best not test me.
Also, they've come to the hilarious point where they started saying that Slendy isn't a girl. Like, what? And also they started saying that he's Slendy Bob without any evidence. That shows how desperate they are. If you don't know who Slendy Bob is, it's someone who's caught being a predator. Slendy Soviet was actually friends with him. But it makes no sense that the Dark Exposure is calling her Slendy Bob. What? Bitch. Where's the evidence, bro? The only one who was in front of a 9-year-old was actually Neil Bird's dude. I actually feel pity for Dark Exposure Files. They actually want attention, and we're giving them attention because it's funny how they react. I'm gonna keep giving them attention until I get bored because they're entertaining me. And Dark Exposure Files literally just debunked itself, because he showed me a post basically confirming that the one with the 9-year-old was Neil Bird's and not Rev. I have no clue where he got that Rev was with a 9-year-old out of. Last night, I was looking at a stream, right? And I saw that Dark Exposure Files was calling me out. Now, they started saying that we have no proof. But when I showed the evidence, they said it was invalid. So since you're asking for Diddy confessing, let's get Diddy to confess.
But is it true, Didi? I'm gonna ask again. Is it true that you did show CP?
Don't mind
tell you that, but I wasn't aware about the age, if it was under adult or not. So I'm just being honest. Yes, I did, but I was not aware.
I'm gonna.
And before you say that he wasn't aware, even if it wasn't CP, he sent it to a child. So it's still wrong. There is no possible outcome of you being right. And also, Kyle has a brain? So again, Diddy had made his main account private, and he started using his second account. Tara also did the same thing. He has basically been acting as some sort of Nazi or something, and also saying that he's gonna take Hooman to court, which is bad for both Diddy and Hooman. Of course, Hooman has a criminal record on the court. Diddy doesn't have one yet, because as soon as the police gets involved, they're gonna know, because the Chicago police know about Diddy. They know about Genaro. As soon as they get involved and talk to him, they're gonna know. So Diddy's gonna get arrested as well. Apparently he has been recording everything, which is actually good, because he's been recording his own downfall, basically just exposing himself. And he's mad because I attacked him for being a Trump supporter. Now, if you didn't know, Trump is as much as a demon as this guy is. I will never respect the man for what he did to my country. Of course, he said he won the battle. Like always, he tries to claim this. But of course, it's not really true. The only battle he won is who's more pedophile, him or Hooman, which, of course, he won. As I'm speaking right now, I'm recording this. He's, of course, live streaming. He's mad about everything that's going on. He actually lacks evidence of everything he's claiming. So, you know, it's like always. He doesn't have evidence, so it's just making a fool of himself. Here, take a look.
And everybody knows I'm not a damn pedophile. Everybody already knows. So you're just gonna keep spreading that lie, right? You knew I was a groom victim at 15. You knew it. And you already damn knew it.
So him being a groom victim at 15, he brings it up now. Wanna know why? Yesterday in my stream, it was made clear that Diddy met Hooman Azarm when he was only 15. But that was made clear for the first time yesterday, and Diddy never said anything until today. Never in this entire situation has he ever said he was groomed by Hooman Azarm. Never. Until it was made clear that he met him at 15. Okay, so now did he remember? Now he remembered it, if it was true? Get how I said if? Yeah, this is not true. Show me the evidence, because there's evidence on Hooman Azarm being a pred, there's evidence on you being a pred, but there's no evidence of that you're claiming. As a matter of fact, there are some Diddy cultists who are coming out about Diddy, and they're saying the truth about what happened with Hooman Azarm and Diddy. What he would do is that he would send kids to Hooman Azarm, and he would tell them to give the nudes of himself to Hooman. Because from what I heard, Hooman was trying to help Diddy expose Caleb Turner of Guardian of the Wolves. I have seen a crotch pic. The dude literally tried to send a minor a crotch pic, and I saw the screenshot. I was bewildered the first time I've seen it. Diddy can't even deny this. This person was an ex-Diddy cultist. He even had a 10-year-old as a moderator, and when I told him to ban him, he didn't listen to me. The minor stayed around. On his Discord, he even had a 10-year-old in his live stream, and apparently she was a victim of Queen Aurora, and she showed her face, all endangering the minor. I was his voice of reason, telling him to not do stupid shit like that. But now, since I'm not around, he's going to do more stupid shit like that. It's crazy how all the minors that started speaking out about Diddy are saying the same thing. It's crazy how the minors were actually the one protecting Diddy. Here's another minor who actually came out about Diddy. This is what he had to say.
How I met Diddy. I met him through a scroll on TikTok because I wanted to defend him because he's been getting a lot of hate on his TikTok. And then I believe a few weeks later, I saw him on a Instagram live, so I wanted to join in just to say hello. He gave me his Discord user, so I gladly accepted it. And then come around October, he made me fight his battle with a minor named Bro That Crap Was Not Funny. He made me pack him, if you know what that word means. And then after that, J-Bull has came into the group chat, and then he wanted to speak to me like on DMs. So I got on the VC with him, and then we all came onto a Instagram group chat, and then pretty much just Diddy definitely set me up with him, and then and through Instagram DMs, he J-Bull then led up to send a picture of his crotch to me, and then I believe come around January, we were in a group chat with Zexyo, J-Bull, Diddy. I went to Diddy's DMs asking him for he went to my DMs first, saying do not send him anything, do not send Zexyo anything, pretty much just covering him up. I kept saying help me Diddy, please. He didn't. He just kept saying, oh, I'm gonna help you. Then I deleted Discord for a few moments. Then a few moments later, I downloaded it back, just to come up to a message from Diddy saying, "It's okay, dude. We support you." I think that was the message, but yeah, he was pretty much just covering up J-Bull's stuff. That's what happened.
Yeah, you want the beast to come out? Yeah, you got the beast. Now what? Fuckhead. You ain't shit. Fuck all you damn trolls. Fuck all you damn fake ass predator catchers. You ain't shit. You don't even know what the fucking pedophile looks like.
I know what one looks like. Here, I'll show you. For right now, 2 other Diddy cultists have cut ties with him, these 2 being adults, Savannah and Kayla. And once this happened, you can see that the cultists and Tara herself are begging for them to come back. Now, I thought we were done, right? But no, I forgot to show you guys and tell you that there is a Google Drive. Let's begin. So here he's actually confirming he had the CP from the one miner in the Instagram chat log, which were actually sent to Axel Ghost too. Here you can see confirming it once again, and he tried doing this in his channel, which was the one that got taken down. So this matches up. Axel Ghost here was a miner, and you can see that Diddy has been manipulating kids for like a long time. Like always, he also did leave some chats after being exposed. Remember earlier when I showed you a cultist saying that he was trying to expose someone, and so that's why he sent minors to Hooman so they can send nudes? Well, it seems to me that here someone found him out, and he tried to say it was someone he was trying to expose. So it matches with what they said. Of course, they told him about him liking on Twitter lewd, furry, lolly images. And of course, he pulled the classic card that he always uses and said it was made up. The link to the drive will be in the description below. Of course, the videos included in this video will also be in the description below.
I forgot the name of it, but it was one of those accounts you used to be admitting to you was one of them. Yeah, care to explain that? You pretended to be another account?
You're friends with Stanley Bell, who's currently pretending to be a minor. What do you mean? Can you explain that?
Can you explain that one? Y'all basically are using minors for the same thing you're using Inverto.
It's crazy how he has nothing to say against me nor Mayor, so he just makes up this allegation without evidence saying that we're being used. If that is true, show it. Show me the evidence, because I'm doing this out of my own free will.
That's disgusting. Very disgusting. And you know it. Ain't no freaking minors over here too.
That is because you banned them all and blocked them so people don't say that you're actually friends with minors.
So, you're basically using minors because you know you lost.
What kind of logic is that? You're using minors because you know you lost? What? This will forever be fake unless there's actual proof that actually says that we're being used. If there's no proof, then it's not true.
You're using minors because God already revealed to me what you're doing.
Again, nobody's using minors. The minor you claim is being used is the same one who went out and said the truth about you, the one who exposed you. God revealed to the world who you really are. Not anything to you, the world. And you're nothing but a selfish pedophile, and that's all you will ever be. So once again, I want you to prove this to me. I want you to prove that he's being used, because you say he's being used only because you remember him. You know that he exposed you. You know that he is saying the truth about what you did. You helped Hooman groom this minor.
And the more you lie, the more you slander my name, the more I get stronger.
That's not true. You actually are making yourself look stupid here. The more we speak truth, the more weaker and desperate you get. So, and that is truth. That is actual truth.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Once again, using God as a weapon. Also, Dark Exposure Files literally also has no reason to say my point is invalid, so he just says that it's invalid because I don't know anything about the law. Which is weird since Dark Exposure Files says that they studied law, yet I know much more about it. And Tara knows we're right, because she admitted of Diddy having CP, and she was the one who originally doxed him in the first place. Why she's still with him is beyond me. Alright, so brief review. Diddy is an antichrist and a selfish pedophile who was caught having CP, and he admitted of that CP being of a child, whom he sent to another child, and then the minors who were friends with him and that he helped groom are coming out and he's saying that they're being used. In conclusion, he's a pedophile and an antichrist. and he should be arrested immediately. Now, throughout this entire video, I showed factual evidence. If you're one of the cultists and you still don't believe it, then you're a pedophile just like him. And this is going to you, Dark Exposure Files, who you claim you studied law and yet you defend a pedophile, seeing how the countless evidence that it was shown against you. Now, if you still say that it was invalid, then someone should take your degree, because clearly you are not in deserving of it. And to the cultists that are coming out against him, you're doing the right thing. You don't need Diddy in your life. Diddy is nothing but trouble to you and your family. Because once he gets arrested, I believe the police is going to find out who was accomplice. And all the Diddy supporters are going to be suspected as accomplices of his actions. Before we end the video, I want to share to you that I have actually talked to them, right? As currently as we're speaking. I just finished talking to them. This happened, I was supposed to post this video like a few hours ago, but they added me to a GC. So I talked to them, and guess what happened? Mr. P. Dittler left. He said, be right back, and guess what happened later? Tara deleted the chat. And I have a theory that he told her to avoid the questions, because he was saying stuff like, I just proved it without showing any factual evidence. Basically saying that his word is what's right. Basically that one character from Transformers, Sentinel from the Transformers 1 movie. Okay, so the entire chat log will be in the comments, okay? It's gonna be on the drive. The entire thing is gonna be on the drive. Let's see what Diddy does, right? Because he basically proved it again on this little chat that we had. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Please spread the awareness on this man. Please just spread it around. Everybody has to know about this man, all right? Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. This is Invedo88.